Hello, so Monday, barbell day, squat, deadlift, bench, weighted pull up. I think I'm going to stick in a set of calves and a set of abs, which I think are relevant to running obviously. So I'll put those in today. Just one set probably, just to get the ball rolling. Regards squatting, I've done a warm up, done dynamic work, done lifted up to 90 kilos. I've just put 100 kilos on the bar, so I'm looking for some singles with 100 kilos. The real deal today is going to be 3 sets of 4. So in practical terms it's a 3-week wave. I mean, it's laid out in the book as 6 weeks, but that's because after the end of 6 weeks you test your maxes and put the weight up, etc. But you can see it as a 3-week wave because it's week 1 is 3 sets of 5, week 2 is 3 sets of 4, so today's week 2, week 3 is 3 sets of 3, and you just keep going over and over that. 5s, 4s, 3s, back to 5s. Obviously trying to up the load. Okay, so I think it's a good strategy to follow if you're concentrating on running like I am. So my barbell work at this moment in time is nothing to write home about, but I'm doing this in conjunction with a lot of running now. For me anyway, historically for me, for a proper runner it's not, but for me it is. Anyway, let's get a single out of the way. I'll blabber on while I do it. Okay, got the door open. I'm closing the door. I find actually recording these sessions and talking through them makes the time a bit more pleasant actually for me. I'm not sure how it works, but that's a fact of it. I think it makes you think that people are watching you, so you tend to perform a little bit better than otherwise. Now I'm only putting one video per week, and I notice that when I'm putting the video up, I tend to take it more seriously than when I'm not putting the video up. But it's all good so far. So I just want a single with this one, 100 kilos for one single. Still pretty stiff. Okay, could have been bad. I think about this. So the weight today is 107.5. So let's put a little bit more weight on. And I'll keep going over the same old talking. But for me at this stage of the game, I say I just passed my 59th birthday, and so long as I'm squatting over 150 kilos, so long as I'm squatting over 100 kilos, I'm pretty relaxed about it. I find it, in my mind, it ticks that box of, well, it's not bad really. But obviously, I can aspire to much better than 100 kilos. So the actual program that I'm following out of the book called Tactical Barbell, it talks in terms of, programme being good for a £1,000 powerlifting total. Now it sounds good in pounds, but what does that mean in reality? Okay, I mean you could break £1,000. It works out at about 150 kilo squat for a single, 200 kilo deadlift for a single, and 100 kilo bench press for a single. I would say of all of those, you know, if I break it down like that, which seems to me quite a sensible breakdown, you know, based on my past performances where my deadlift is always in front of my squats, etc. You know, I'm just about there on the bench, I think. You know, I'm getting over 90 kilos for reps, so I reckon that 100 kilos for a single, I'm just about there. So that is, I would say that the deadlift, you know, okay, what am I going to do today? 100 and, today's 100 and, I think it's 155 I'm looking at. Yeah, 155 I'm looking at on the deadlift. So, you know, that's what sets of 4. So I reckon I'm probably good for 180 for a single. So, you know, to get 200 from where I am now should not be too difficult. But the squat is probably what's lagging the most. But even so, I think that, you know, according to you know, that £1,000 ballpark figure, you know, I'm not far off it. It's my running that's lagging far behind. So, I mean, it's talking in terms of sort of like a, you know, £1,000 powerlifting total, while you're doing a 10k under an hour. Yeah. While you're doing sort of like a 20 minute 5k, that sort of thing. 15 pull-ups I think they mentioned. Okay, so that, you know, that gives it a, that makes it look completely different if you think about it. I mean, anybody, you know, like me can get a really heavy body weight and hammer out some you know, relatively decent numbers on power lifts. But that's not what I'm going for at all. You know, that to me is sort of like the opposite of my intent, which is you know, fitness into an old age, if it's possible to get. There's obviously all sorts of bad luck can happen. But yes, the point is to, you know, fairly, you know, a £1,000 powerlifting total considered on its own is nothing whatsoever. But in the context of a, you know, 20 minute 5k and a 1 hour 10k and 15 pull-ups, that's a different beast, isn't it? You know, personally, I'm not sure that I could ever do a 20 minute 5k, you know, at this point in time. I'm not even sure I can do a 1 hour 10k, to tell the truth. But I'm targeting that 1 hour 10k. You know, it might be a bit like, you know, greyhounds chasing a rabbit that they never catch, but that's what I'm targeting. So over the weekend I ran up more than 10k on Saturday. But it took me ages. You know, honestly, it was, you know, the best part of 2 hours. But I was doing it, you know, zone 2. So not much more than a brisk walk. Okay, so looking for 4 reps here. Yeah, 4 reps. Can't lie, very hard. But yeah, I was talking about the weekend, so let me dial back a little bit. So last week was week 1, and before that was a deload. So during the deload, the runs were 30, 30, 30, 1 hour. So nothing to it. But last week it went Tuesday and Wednesday 90 minutes apiece, Friday 90 minutes, Saturday 2 hours. And it has knocked the living hell out of me. Yeah, so doing those back-to-back long runs, 90 minutes and 2 hours. Yeah, I've not done that in, well, ever. I can't remember ever doing that. Yeah, I've done sort of like 1 hour a day, but I've never done back-to-back 2 consecutive days, 90 minutes and 120. That's the first for me. So none of it was about going fast, it was all about sticking in zone 2. So sticking in zone 2, there's a certain heart rate involved. So, a lot of it was, pace of a good walk. Obviously the downhills you go a bit faster, the flats you go a bit faster, and the inclines you go slow, so low to stay in the heart rate zone. But the long and short of it, I realised, whoa, this is hard. So Saturday, I got home, I was absolutely shocked. So between Saturday at 5 o'clock to Sunday at 5 o'clock, I did a 24-hour fast. So I think that's the third one I've done on consecutive weekends. There's not a lot to it. I don't think it's particularly difficult. Essentially you get a bit hungry in the afternoon of Sunday afternoon, but there's not a great deal to it. Well, it's not like you're starving to death or anything. Probably just, digesting all the food you've got in you. And probably gives your system a bit of a rest. But yeah, I think it's a good idea. I've heard good things about 24-hour fast. I'm not yet prepared to go longer, but I'll stick that out for a foreseeable future. I think it's okay. So after that fast, I probably had about, I don't know, 1,200 calories all told, over 2 meals. So it was 1 meal just gone 5 o'clock, 1 meal at 7 o'clock. Probably knocked about, I don't know, 1,200, 1,500 calories, something like that. So it was a low calorie day. And today I'm hoping for it to be a low calorie day, but there's no fasting involved. But yeah, the long and short of it is that all of this is gearing up to running rather than lifting. So I say I'm only doing 2 barbell days a week, and I've heard that I've read anyway, contrary to what you might imagine, for running you need to be doing this sort of like heavy lifting. It's force production. It's not, you're definitely not trying to gain lots and lots of muscle. Okay, let's see if we get another 4. Now, anybody who's followed any of these videos at all, you know, will realise that over the last year or so, I've gained about 10 kilos body weight. Not all good, for sure. So I'm not getting 10 kilos of muscle, but then again I think, you know, you don't expect to gain pure muscle, it just doesn't happen like that. Yeah, you're going to get a split between muscle and fat if you're gaining weight. If you're not gaining any fat, you're probably not gaining any muscle. Same applies to losing weight. And if you're not losing any muscle, you're probably not losing any fat. But the trick is obviously when you're gaining is to gain more muscle, and when you're losing to lose more fat. So the net result is that you end up with more muscle and less fat. But anyway, long story short, yeah. So over the last year I've gained about 10 kilos. And I'm not particularly wanting to gain any weight at all. In fact, I want to lose a bit of weight. So, you know, a bit of a zigzag really. So at this moment in time, the whole thing is geared up towards running, fat loss, and obviously that militates against barbell lifting. Now with these, you know, these relatively low weights that I'm doing, I can get away with it to a certain extent, I think. Yeah? I mean, I can probably get back up to sort of like previous levels, you know, I don't know, 120s for 5s, you know, previous recent levels, within the parameters of you know, weight loss and lots of running. But it's not going to go too far, and that's okay. You got to pick the battle, and this battle, yeah, over the cold months, this battle for me is cardio, running more than anything else now. So definitely thinking about running. As I said, I'm going to chase that. You know, for the time being, I'm going to chase that 10 kilometres in under an hour. I don't think I can get it. I honestly don't. But I'm going to chase it. You know, so it lands where it lands. I've got at least, I don't know. I'm going to carry on in this vein for at least another couple of months, at least. Yeah. Injury allowing. And even if I get injured, I just swap out the running to biking or rowing machine, something like that. But cardio. Hard, long well, not hard. Long cardio. Calorific restriction. Get some fat loss. That's what I'm looking at. So the bit that you're seeing on video, I suppose, is you know, in this particular phase, that's the it's a secondary thought. So I'm not really concentrating on big barbell lifting in this phase. But you know, I can't really practically record myself doing 10-kilometre runs. Okay, so 4 reps and I've done on squatting, hopefully. Come on. Make it go, come on. Okay, so that's the squatting done. 3 lots of 4, 107.5. Whew. Yes. Good stuff. Okay, not bad. Oh, it's good when the squats are out of the way. So let's think about it. Deadlifting. Okay, so kick off with 100 kilos. I'll assume that I'm fairly warmed up from squatting. So 100 kilos is a start point for a warm up. I'm going to use straps. So on all this, everything I'm taking the easy way. So straps, knee sleeves, belts. I'm going to go flat shoes. Obviously, it just yeah, say it's the easy way. Yeah, it just means that you've got to lift more weight. So in terms of difficulty, it's just as hard, but the swings and roundabouts. If it's easy, you get more weight on the bars. Woo. So it's the same idea, 3 sets of 4. See if I can do this without turning the thing off like I do every week. How's that? Okay, not bad. That's about to see myself. So, warm up. I think I'll do 100, probably 100, 140. What am I supposed to be doing here today? 155. Yeah, I'll probably go 100, 140, 155. So, I'm not hanging around with the warm-ups. Let's do the 100. So, as you can see, very minimalist warm-up, single reps. If the weights were serious, I wouldn't do this. Okay. You know, if I was sort of like really doing powerlifting, I wouldn't be so cavalier with the warm-ups. But my thinking is, well, it's fairly light. You know, it's less dangerous. Okay, so that's 140. Get single with that. Now load it up. Okay, that's 140, so 5 off, 10 on, 2.5, that's it. Okay, that's 155. I'll put colour on. So 155 for three sets of 4. This is fairly hefty, really. Not terrible, is it? It might seem, counterintuitive to be doing, heavy deadlifts, but in the context of wanting to improve your running. But all the sources that I read and hear or see or whatever, they all say the same thing. You don't do, a runner needs to be doing heavy, low rep stuff, force production. It's not about, building muscle. It's not about it's not about building endurance. There's not a lot you're going to do in the weight room that's going to beat the endurance that you build running. Obviously you could do, an hour of non-stop kettlebell swings or whatever if you rather you than me. I don't even know if you could do that. Could you do an hour of swings without stopping? You probably, swing yourself into sort of like absolute dizziness. You can just imagine it, you feel drunk. Okay, let's do it. 4 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, and it's done. Ooh, not the worst, but when I banged down that last rep, it bounced through the bar and it bounced through my thumb. I was holding my thumb up on top of the bar rather than round. And it's not doing any damage, but I felt it. But the actual deadlifting I felt was fine. That's 155 for 4. So not too shoddy, I suppose. And I keep saying it's all relative. Not too shoddy for a 59-year-old, newly minted 59-year-old. Slightly warming up.